morning, everybody. Matt is still sleeping. This is the morning of day 2. I am just walking down to the dock to see if I can catch some of the pretty pink sky before the sun comes all the way up. I'll meet you down there. It's a pretty sunrise at 3 Mile. Hey guys, just sitting on the 3 Mile dock. Me and another gentleman out here who was staying in the campground. Just wanted to come out and check out the sunrise. It looks pretty awesome. A little bit of waves right now. It's just because a smaller boat just kind of went buzzing by. Ooh, my hair's a mess. Had a really good night last night. The shelter was comfortable, we were warm enough, everything was good. Matt said he saw a fox when he went out to use the restroom. I didn't see it, he didn't get it on camera, but it's pretty awesome. I guess they have quite a few fox here. This morning I could hear the cranes behind me. There's over the ridge, there's Tobin Harbor. You could hear the cranes coming up and out of there. Didn't actually see them flying, but you could hear them. So far this is a pretty cool place. We've been pretty happy. We've met a lot of cool people. Our 2 friends that we met on the boat, Melanie and Colton. We met up again with them and hung out at the dock last night. And it's funny how similar 2 different groups of people can be. We were born and raised in different towns in different states, and yet had very similar lives, and somehow ended up here. It's crazy. Even our wedding anniversary is very, very close to each other. Cool people. Melanie and Colton, if you're seeing this, you guys are great. Unfortunately, they are taking a little bit different route than we are. So, we're going to part ways this morning, but maybe we'll see them again. You never know. This is the trail leading to some of the campsites in 3 Mile. This is the little plaque that you are greeted with to show you kind of where the different things are. So this is the dock here where I was just at. This is where I'm standing. This shelter number 2 is where Matt and I are staying. I think our friends are in one of these. But there's quite a few different spots people can try, and a couple different privies, which is nice. Everybody's kind of spread out too, which is good. Just to give you an idea of what the trail looks like. I hear a boat coming in. Must be dropping somebody off. Well, I'm gonna head back up to camp and see about waking Matt up and maybe getting some coffee going, a little breakfast, and we're gonna hit the trail. We're headed to Muskie Basin today, so almost 8 miles. I think it's a little under 8 miles, but it's gonna be a little bit of a rocky hike if it's anything like the Rock Harbor Trail from yesterday. Well, we are loaded up and ready to go for day 2. Packs are loaded. I managed to break my sunglasses already by day 2. So kind of bumming about that, but they're still staying on my face, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. We are gonna say goodbye to our shelter and hit the trail. So we'll check back in with you guys on the trail. See ya. Yeah, they are pretty awesome sounding. On the trail again, day 2, headed towards Moskey Basin. We just hiked along, we're on the Rock Harbor Trail, just past the Mount Franklin Junction. We're gonna keep going along the coastline until we hit Daisy Farm, and then probably continue along the Rock Harbor Trail to Muskie. A lot of people on the trails this morning. It's a nice day, beautiful morning. The trail is rocky and fun, so
wear good shoes.
Wear good shoes. Happy with our choice of footwear on this. I'm wearing the Brooks Cascadia 12s, and Matt's got the Merle Moab ventilator shoe.
Which is what I had last time. They're very good for fat feet.
Yeah.
I tried every brand of trail runner and they were all horrible. And I put on these Merrells, and not only is the width good for my fat feet, but the length ends up being perfect too.
Yeah, he's just...
They're like made for me.
Too wide of a foot for most trail runners. Try on shoes before you buy them. Alright, we will check back in with you in a minute. Cool flower. We've seen a lot of blueberries, none of which are ripe. Our friends found some on the other trail yesterday, and they picked some, and I tried some yesterday. They were really tasty. We also saw some thimbleberries. Yep. They were past ripe, so we didn't.
Haven't seen the strawberries yet, but even though it's a no trace island, you are allowed to pick the berries and eat at your heart's content.
Leave no trace has nothing to do with berries.
Well, you're not supposed to take stuff off an island. They're big on not taking anything off.
You can eat the berries. They're good. So these are the mines in between Daisy Farm and 3 Mile. Doesn't look like too much. It's a pretty deep hole though. Looks like there's another one over there.
Belton. Maybe they dug too greedily and too deep.
This is not Lord of the Rings. I believe they were copper mines. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong.
There was a
in
lot
the comments.
Of copper stuff in the ranger station at Houghton.
From what I understand, it wasn't very lucrative here. But they did mine copper.
Well, they would try. The UP has a buttload.
We're gonna keep going to Daisy Farm. And no moose yet. Haven't seen one.
No.
I got fooled by a big brown log across the trail.
So for the island itself, we're at like 6 or 7 loons and 1 fox for me. Saw a bunch of cranes on the drive up though. That was neat.
I heard some cranes this morning on the dock. That was my stomach. I think I'm hungry.
No, that was a bug.
No, my stomach just straight growled.
Oh, a bug flew in front of the screen. If it's a good camera, you guys might get an action shot.
Alright, headed back down the trail. This area has many open mine pits. Please use extreme caution. I'm assuming that's in reference to the mine we just saw, which is kind of just a deep hole in the ground.
Like moose.
Well, we didn't actually see a moose, but we got some big prints right here. About the size of my hand. Definite moose, and recent too. That's cool. We talked to somebody that saw a cow moose not far out of Muskie Basin yesterday. So they're here. We'll keep our eyes open. Oh, don't fly away. It was a cool butterfly.
Did you get it fluttering towards the camera?
I think so, I'm not sure. We believe we are close. to Daisy Farm. Been seeing a lot of people in the last couple of minutes. So we should be popping out at that campground any minute now. We're gonna stop and put our feet in the water and get a little lunch.
Get some Gatorade shoes.
Yep, oh yeah, there's the dock, man.
Yep.
We are here. Oh, cool. So we're gonna have some lunch and then we're gonna continue on to Muskie Basin and hopefully be there early afternoon. We're hoping to snag another shelter. Not counting on it, but we might get one. We'll see. We'll check back in with you at the dock. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be so cold.
Yeah, but your feet are slow.
They're not, they're just hot. Oh, that's cold. Feels good though. Making lunch on the dock. We got the salsa rehydrating, some Fritos, and some Gatorade shoes. Pretty nice little spot. Stopping for a quick drink of water on the trail to Muskie Basin. It's been mostly ups and downs in the rock here on this cliff. The water is in that direction there past the trees. And we're gonna...
It's hotter than we thought.
It's hot today, yeah. But we'll take this over rain.
Yep, wind is not really coming off the water right now, but the water is nice and cold, so when we get there, we are dipping feet or swimming.
Yeah. All right. I don't know.
Whew.
Yeah.
So this is Muskie Basin right here. You can kind of see way off in the distance the water. We're about 1.7 miles away. It's another one of the inlets of Lake Superior, so it's really nice cold water, clean water, good for cooling off feet and filtering. Right now we're on the top of a rocky section, and I will say if you go from Daisy Farm to Muskie Basin, it's a rough 3.7 miles. You're up on rock faces a lot. It's hot, very uneven. Good shoes, trekking poles if you are a trekking pole person, and more water than you think. There is filtering at Daisy and there is filtering at Muskie, but yeah, very scenic, pretty. Nice view, but very hot. If you look down, you can see it's rock, rock, rock. And this is what the trail looks like. I mean, if you have a good sense of direction and you understand that the island just tilts to the southwest, you're gonna be okay. But like, you can see, trail cuts along, goes behind the tree, and then it just looks like nothing. So be wary. But
there are cairns.
Yep, there are cairns. Ashley's right, along the way. Someone has marked it. Good views. But
that's a pretty sick view right there.
Yeah, darn good views. And this is about 2 miles in out of 3.7. Little different than what the map says, but we think the sign's right because from Daisy Farm, because boy, you're doing a lot of ups and downs. I don't know if you guys can hear the crickets. They are mad. So we're probably gonna get out of their hair.
So what Matt was just showing you, we're somewhere along where it says Rock Harbor Trail and the little 3.5 marker. We're somewhere, I think more towards this side, right there. And then we're gonna follow that down to Muskie Basin. So this is that waterway that's right out there. That Matt was showing you, right through there. So we are headed in that general direction. We made it to Moskey Basin. It was one heck of a hike. It was a little more challenging than we anticipated. But we made it, and we made it in good time. We snagged shelter number 3 or 4, I can't remember now. And this one's pretty awesome. It looks a little newer than the one we stayed in last night. So we are setting up the chairs, and we are gonna make, I think, some bean dip and enjoy this awesome view. I should open the door so you can see it through this.
I don't want too many buggers in.
Check that out. We are literally right on the water. Killer view. I'm so excited that we got this shelter. We were a little nervous the first couple were taken.
And we heard voices further.
Yeah, we can hear people off to the right too, so I didn't have high hopes about getting a shelter today, and we got one, so that's 2 of 2 now. Pretty pumped about that. Alright, we're gonna get camp kind of set up and filter some water because we're pretty thirsty, and make some dinner. Alright, check back in with you later.
Don't drop it in the water.
Oh, you're recording? There is a mama loon right there. I think it's a loon. She's got to get a little closer. It might be a merganser. And she has 12 babies with her. Now that she's gotten closer, I think it's a merganser. Oh, look at them diving in. Aren't they cute? Mama must have dove under. I don't know where she went. Oh, they're there. They're so cute. Yep, it's a merganser. Oh, they're so sweet. I can hear them peeping. Matt is making us dinner tonight. We're gonna have Packet Gourmet's Ramen Rescue with roasted chicken. It's one of our favorites. We've had it before. It's a nice and lightweight meal, easy to make. So yeah, he's gonna make dinner and we're gonna enjoy the view while it's still daylight. These cute little babies. Just about bedtime. It's after 8 o'clock. I think it's close to 9. We're probably gonna call it a night soon. Just happened to spot those baby ducks and I wanted to get them on film. Just laying down for bed, getting ready to read a little bit of my book. I'm reading The Tent Dwellers. It's a pretty good book so far. It's about a canoe / fishing trip in Nova Scotia a while ago, so it's really interesting. But just getting ready for bed. It looks a lot brighter through the camera than it really is. No moose.
Nope.
We've been watching the opposite shoreline tonight, thinking maybe they were gonna walk out there and get in the water tonight, but we haven't seen any. There's a lot of graffiti on the walls in the shelters, and one of the things in this one is there's a lot of moose sightings. People have wrote about what day and time they've seen a moose, and there's quite a few in the shelter, so we're hoping to maybe see one. We'll see. Maybe this morning or next morning, we'll see. Say goodnight, Matt.
Good night, Matt.
It just dawned on me that the people watching this video are probably not actually going to bed, so we don't need to tell them goodnight.
Yeah, but it's funny, because you said say hi, Matt one time, and I said hi, Matt.
Yeah.
And now they'll know I'm a comedian.
Okay, we're gonna go to bed. Check out our view for the night.
Pretty sweet.
My pants hanging on the fence. Oh, I wasn't even recording.
Humble one in your armpit.